friends and fellow adventurers, welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue the Extinction curse. As always, we'd like to invite you to come join our Discord where you can hang out with us and other listeners of the show. And if you'd like to throw a little financial support our way, you can check out our Patreon. And a shout out to all of those at our big number level and above. Rock Jedi, Iggy, Wolf, Blartimus Slump, Thunder Mammoth, Innocence Project, Das Chris, Fizzgig, AC Goldner, Jason K, Eric R, just gonna sneak right past you there. Indie Link, Tawdry Monster, Mercutio, Angel Shadowheart, Dicky Lopez, Licky Topaz, Alex K, Mordine, Doma El Laka, Dr. Grinus, Forevermore, Frank L, Just Mike Works, Ross T, Treehugger, Darren W, Gold Rhino, Fig Tier, Zach S, Jamie H, Mr. Turtle, Sleeve, Darren, Caleb W, Corey, Pickle, Mr. Grimm, and Fire Down. Thank you all so much for your support. And now a recap of session 115. We're in the Temple of Xul-Khundur, and the wizard is distracted by a library. While reading, the rest of us find an adorable baby purple worm named Wurples, who we keep as a new circus member. We play for a while as Wizard reads things. Peach Pie starts building a tiny saddle for Bernard to ride Wurples. With the wizard busy, the rest of us continue to explore, finding an assortment of things and a journal. The journal is from a Duragar named Cormentor. It talks about how her master came here to study the orb. Apparently, he took it down into the depths of the temple to study it. Peach Pie gets an apex item in a belt of giant strength. The wizard decides to spend 7 more hours reading plot-related tablets. While doing that, Nidec, allied with the talking hilt he picked up out of the desert secretly, sneaks into the wizard's loot room in the mansion and causes something strange to happen between the hilt and the intelligent, crazy sword we recently picked up. This is very apparent to everyone in the mansion. The wizard and Jeb immediately move to investigate. Peach Pie is outside. The invisible Nidec quickly gives himself up and explains everything in an attempt to avoid getting jebbed to death. The wizard has a small conversation with the new dagger. We decide to keep it out of the bag and see how it goes. Peach Pie pretends to beat up Nidec for optical reasons. Before we descend deeper into the temple, the wizard still has some reading to do.
There's a nothing that's going to come up to the 3rd floor, so you can either do the 7 hours in its entirety and then go down. It would be fun.
Okay.
It's a bunch of plot shit.
Does it talk about the Aeon orbs themselves?
Yes.
Anything mechanically about how they work?
No.
So it's just the history of everything.
It's from when the Zolgaths arrived in Vask to when the end of Vask occurred.
Does it talk about the origination of the orbs? Did they bring them with them? Were they already here? Because that will depend on how the wizard moves forward with the orb that's here. Because if it was here prior to them coming, I mean, honestly, if it was here prior to them coming, or if they brought it, I don't think the Wiz wants to take it away from them.
The oldest record you find is, it says, according to a quasi-historical account dating back to a time before the rise of great human civilizations, the Zolgath deity Zev-Gavazeb led the Zolgaths to Vask and showed them the 6 orbs with amazing life-giving powers. At that time, the entire Vault of Vask was a primeval jungle, similar to Zev-Gavazeb's realm of Gluttondark. So it says, and showed them 6 orbs, not bestowed upon them or, created.
Does the wizard know if Zev-Gavazeb would be powerful enough to create these orbs?
He's a Clippeth lord. So, like the demons in the Abyss, he's a Clippeth.
So he's probably not powerful enough to create them.
Maybe not.
I mean, Aerodin himself couldn't make these when he was a god.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason that,
There's a reason Aerodin took these and didn't make them or copy them.
Zev-Gavazeb the Devourer is not going to create 6 life-giving orbs. That's a good point. Yeah, Zev-Gavazeb at the beginning, the histories show, Zev-Gavazeb escorted the Zolgaths to Vask and showed them the 6 life-giving orbs.
I mean, to be completely honest, I feel like the Wiz would still want to read all of these. Just in character, he would not want to stop reading these. This shit's fascinating. Ted understands that's going to piss people off.
I think it's funny.
Honestly, I burned through a decent amount of my spells already. Like, looking at my spell list, I got a couple high-level spells left, but I burned, like, all of my mid-level spells.
And knowing there's likely a boss-type person, I mean,
There's absolutely zero reason why you couldn't just stay overnight right where you're at. Given the events that have taken place, it makes sense.
And I would assume I finished reading everything then.
You would finish reading everything then. There are 3 major points in the histories. The first one I told you, the Zolgath's arrival in Vask. Another thing that they point out is that after their arrival, the Zolgaths built many great edifices and monuments in Vask, sometimes building over still older ruins. The Pyramid of Xul-Khundur was but one of many of the great wonders of Vask, though since its purpose was to house one of the life-giving orbs, it was the most important. The Zolgath Empire spanned nearly the entire vault, and despite many wars against serpent folk and other creatures of the Darklands, the Empire thrived for millennia. So you see tablet after tablet of good and prosperous reports. But then we get to the last set of the histories, and these were almost written frantically. The end came very suddenly. An outsider, a thief, from the world above took the life-giving orbs, and slowly but surely, all life in the vault shriveled into black sand. The Zolgaths died by the thousands, and the last ones that remained stayed in the cradle of worms, where the remaining orb still sustained life. In the end, however, the remaining Zolgaths sealed the pyramid and used the primal magic to make the sacred place disappear and dense jungle so that no one would find it again. Although, obviously, you know that's a fabrication. There was no, illusion magic. It was just hard to find.
Good stuff.
And you technically get experience from that, if that was something we tracked.
I'm level 17?
No. No.
And I got an intelligent item. Fuck yeah!
Yay!
Peach Pie, hand that belt over. Wiz is a fucking superhero now.
So you get your rest, your overnight rest.
Okay, next morning, down the stairs. Let's do this.
There are 2 staircases going down, the north and the south. The north staircase going down, that's where I think it was Nidec that heard the sloshing water down at the bottom of that stairwell. The southern stairwell was silent.
Nidec, I'm sorry Peach Pie had to be so rough with you yesterday. It's just, we're like a family, and taking from the family is a betrayal. You son of a bitch. Don't steal my shit.
We are now in a mobster movie.
Out loud, the dagger would say, in his defense, I did try to convince him to let me merge with Bloodletter.
I didn't say you could speak yet.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
I'm sorry. No. The Wiz is done being a dick to people. No, that's fine. We'll have a conversation about that later, Dagger.
Okay.
The
Durr. God.
Okay, are we going to the north stairs?
The one with the water sound coming from it?
Yeah, more likely there's something to fight there. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Peach Pie, lead the way.
I do. Whee!
As you begin to make your way down the staircase, there are words painted in Undercommon along the wall. Wizard, they say, do not disturb the water.
Well, we disturbing that shit.
Let's throw a rock in it right now.
A couple of steps below that warning, you find a line of what looks like salt.
I've watched my Supernatural enough, that means it's a demon.
Yeah.
Or a ghost.
The Wiz will do a
Maybe it's a ghost.
The Wiz will do a check on that.
You would need to give me a crafting check.
Oh fuck. 27.
You have no idea what this is. Salt? It's probably salt.
I can't critically fail. I don't critically fail on ones when I do that. But I rolled a 2. I'm assuming it's a critical failure.
That's actually no, that's just a regular failure. You're not sure what this is, but it's salt-like in texture.
Guys, the writing on the wall says not to disturb the water, and I feel like something's up with the salt, but I don't know what.
Does Jeb see any nearby rocks?
No?
Jeb, if you want to disturb the water, just throw a coin into it.
No, I wanted to throw a rock at you.
Oh.
You can find a little pebble.
I'll throw it at him.
Peach Pie, rock hits you in the head. It's a little pebble.
No, it doesn't. Use your reaction.
It's not a once per day thing, is it?
Oh, let me check it. Oh my god.
It's not, actually.
I was
I think you can
confused. Now I'm
Use
not.
it whenever.
Because I have a belt of giant strength, I use a reaction to attempt an athletics check to grab the triggering rock that has been thrown at me. If a rock has thrown or would fall on me.
Oh my god.
And I get an athletics check of 36. No, 36 is good.
36 is
Yeah,
fine.
that's all you
5
need.
is all I needed.
Nice, dude. That thing's dope. A belt gives you fucking spider senses to rocks.
Very good.
Rock sense. It's like you're part dwarf now, Peach Pie.
I'm gonna find every opportunity to throw a rock at you.
I can only fail if I roll a 1.
Yeah, okay. So as you make your way down the stairs, you see those two things. What do you do about the salt? Do you ignore it, or does somebody else decide the wizard check it out?
I mean, I can look at it, but I'm not very good at these things. Unless I roll a 16 on the die, I get a 42. Oh, no, it's a 38.
A 38 is still a success. You are certain that this salt actually would repel aquatic creatures.
Well, this is like some sort of anti-aquatic creature salt.
Anti-water water.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Are we just going to say fuck it and not deal with this and go down the other stairs?
Let's go fight some shit.
I disturb the water. I throw a coin in it. Let's see what happens.
Peach Pie, the writing says not to just... Oh, too late.
The splash. The gold coin plops into the water.
No, come on. Copper, please. Copper.
Oh, sorry, copper. You hear a deep growl passing in front of and right where you would have thrown the coin. This creature slithers past.
Gargantuan.
Wurmple's dad.
Yeah, it's like Wurmples, except it's aquatic.
This is an azure worm.
It's basically a purple worm.
One of these slithers by in front and investigates and kind of sees you. It knows it can't get up the stairs very well, so it doesn't come at you. But as soon as that one slithers away, a second one slithers into view. There are two of those down there.
So, do we want to fight these or go try the other stairs?
I'm indifferent.
I am ambivalent.
Jeb, that's you. Do you want to fight these or not?
The worms?
I suppose as a point of order about that, the azure worms are animals. They are not beasts or magical beasts or anything like that. They have the animal trait.
Good thing I'm not in the animal order. Let's fucking murder it.
If Turtle can't live, none of them can! No, I'd be fine just turning around and going back down the other stairs.
I mean, yeah, is it guarding anything? I guess
Yeah, does it look like there's anything beyond it?
I can't see.
It's just hanging out.
We go back up the stairs and go down the other set.
That's the plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make your way down the southern set of stairs in the third tier of Xul-Khundur. And this one doesn't have any splashing sounds coming from it. There's no warnings written on the wall in Undercommon, no lines of salt drawn in the stairs. This one leads out into a simple hallway. Going to the left, you see two doors, one at the end of the hallway and one on the right side of the hall. To the right, curves around into another hallway that you can't see into at the moment.
Well, Peach Pie, lead the way.
I peek into this room to the right.
So you see that as you peek around the corner, that leads into another hallway where you see three sets of doors.
But no creatures, huh?
No creatures.
So many hallways.
All right. I go back down the littler hallway, and I go to the first set of double doors down the littler hallway and check them for traps.
All right, give me a perception check.
36.
36 tells you that there are no traps here.
All right.
It is not locked.
I do apologize, Peach Pie, about yesterday.
Yes, well, I think we convinced the others that you were sufficiently disciplined. I hope it wasn't too alarming. Anyway.
The door opens. This room is a mess of rubble and broken pottery. Faint smells float in the air. Honey mixed with the musty scent of leaves and mushrooms. Carvings above empty wall niches show Zolgaths using sticks to extract and jar secretions from plants, beetles, and frogs. At the southern end stands a lifeless, bizarre tree with sharp roots and leafless branches.
No creatures?
There you go. Now we have a body to put moonlight into.
Somebody check for magic in here, and I'll do a perception check to see if there's anything of use. 35.
Okay, detect magic.
There is magic in this room.
I'm on it.
As you detect the magic, and the wizard gets in here to kind of try to find it, the tree, or what you thought was a tree, on the southern end of the room, unfolds. It unfolds, and you realize that it's not, in fact, a tree, but it's a creature.
Oh no, shock.
And it looks like this.
Oh god, not another one. I mean, Nidec doesn't know it, but
Oh, that's one of those,
it's like larger
clothes.
and looks more muscular than the last one, though.
Tripod monster.
Pyramid Man.
It's the tripod monster. It's the three-legged, three-armed, faceless aberration that you encountered under the town of Willowside in the sea caves.
Now we find one under the temple. Likes to be under things, apparently.
As it unfolds itself from this tree and extends to its full height in everybody's mind, and the only one that can understand it is likely the wizard in Aklo. So hungry, you cannot escape. I will feed on you.
But I have snacks. I have snacks on me. Would you like the snacks on me?
No, give me your misery.
I don't have any of that.
I have so much of that to give.
I think we are the snacks.
Give me your pain. Give me your emotions.
I'm lacking those.
And everybody hears this in their head.
Nidec actually does speak Aklo, so
Do you? Nice. Do you respond to it?
no.
No. God, don't talk to the voice that just starts whispering in your head.
I mean, actually, Nidec has kind of proven that he does do that.
True.
He's a talker.
All right. Well, with all that being said, I do need everybody to roll for initiative. At the top of round 1, we had a tie at 41. The large aberration and the wizard tied, but the aberration goes first. With all 3 of its actions, it uses an ability that some of you are familiar with. It uses something called Emotional Frenzy, and it's going to cast 3 spells chosen from its at-will innate spells and its emotional focus spells. And those spells are going to target Jebediah, Peach Pie, and Nidec, because they are the closest. Oh, at 3rd level, I can target up to 5 creatures. Fuck! Everybody gets affected by fear. So one of the spells that is cast will be fear.
So it should be 37.
37 would be a failure.
Nidec gets a 42.
What is it, Will?
Well, I get 1 degree of success higher.
Peach Pie will use his hero point, seeing as how he critically failed
Yeah,
this,
ditto.
which is not so great.
All right.
And then he continues to critically fail it.
Dolph critically succeeded.
No, that's a fail still.
With a 40, that still fails.
Oh, well, it's not critical.
That's true. It's not critical.
Yeah, so the save is either 40... It must be 42. It's got to be 42.
Yeah.
That's a little crazy, guys. That's scary.
Well, it's a fucking tripod monster. What do you expect?
Tripod monsters are naturally scary. Let's see. So that means that we have Nidec with a critical success is not affected by this fear spell. A wizard with a failure and Jebediah with a failure are frightened 2. And Peach Pie with a natural 1 after a hero point is frightened 3. Does that make you fleeing?
I would be shocked if it doesn't make you flee on, on a fear spell with a critical
Peach Pie,
failure.
you are fleeing for 1 round. You have to flee the source of the fear. So that's the first of the 3 spells being cast. The second one is going to be against Jebediah. And Jeb, this is going to be a will save from you.
Don't know what it is.
The spell?
The spell.
I don't think you have any of these, no.
Why Jeb and not Peach Pie?
Do I want to counter it?
I don't think you can counter any of these. Double
I
checking.
assume
though.
not, because it's a special ability.
I mean, it is just casting
still is a spell.
spells as part of the special abilities, so I don't see any reason why you couldn't. Jeb, your 40 is a failure. The spell that's cast on you is a spell called Blind Ambition. So you take a -2 penalty on attempts to coerce you, or for somebody to request something of you, or to any other mental effects to convince it to convince you to do something. So if a will save that's like a dominate or something like that, you're going to take a -2 to that. But that -2 penalty only applies if the command tries to ask you to encourage to advance your own ambitions. So hyper specific, but it's we'll get there. So you're under the effect of that emotion effect. And finally, the last will save is going to be against Peach Pie. Peach Pie, give me a will save.
28.
Peach Pie, you fail. The spell is Delusional Pride. With a failure, you take a -1 status penalty to attack rolls and skill checks if you fail an attack roll or a skill check for 10 minutes. So you're fine until the first time you fail any sort of D20 roll, a skill check or an attack roll. Then you'll take a -1 for 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
That's its turn. All 3 actions to cast those 3 spells, which takes us over to the wizard. It's your turn.
I probably don't know that everybody or who's feared and what happened, so I would start by casting True Target as my first action on Large Aberration, and I would give it to the 4 of us, and then I would cast a Disintegrate as my second and third actions. I've fought one of these before. I don't like them. Damn, I missed both. I got a 38 and a 33 in my rolls.
They do miss.
Okay, that is my turn. Everybody has the fortune effect on their first attack.
Then after the wizard, that takes us over to Peach Pie.
I flee.
See you later, bud.
How long do I flee for?
1 round.
Okay.
Oh, do I get attack of opportunity?
On Peach Pie? Yeah, sure.
Throw a rocket.
You catch it. Ugh. Then after Peach Pie, it takes us over to Nidec. It's your turn.
Okay, so now I've got this ability that allows me to roll something twice, correct?
Yes. An attack wizard?
Against it, an attack against it.
Correct, yep.
I don't have many things that are an attack.
I thought you had some rays and shit.
Yeah, I'll give this Moonlight Ray a try. No bonuses or anything, it's just roll it twice.
Correct, yes.
We're going to start with the 4.
Well, that's not great.
Well, can only go up. Got a 5.
Oh, all right. Nidec, you miss your Moonlight Ray.
Fuck.
One thing I want to point out here before you start considering your 5-foot step options, everything inside of this room is difficult terrain because of the rubble and the broken pottery on the ground.
Oh, I was going to give Jebediah guidance.
Not a bad idea.
Hopefully that +1 to hit can sort of offset his fear stuff.
Then after Nidec, Jebediah, it's your turn.
Lightning bolt. It's not lightning bolt, it's Tempest Surge, but regardless. I attempt to make him attempt a reflex save. He does it.
Goodness.
Get a 48 on the reflex save. Well, Jeb, that went well. He dodges out of the way. Somehow.
Is that 1 or 2 actions?
Goes 2.
You're wasting my spell.
Oh, it goes away?
Yeah, it only
Yeah,
lasts
last
one
one
round.
round.
That's fine. It's gone then. Bye. Spell.
Bye. Well, Jeb, you have a third action.
I attempt to vomit to get rid of.
It's not second.
I move 5 feet. Done.
You're not going to walk up to it and fight it?
No, it's gonna hit me with its fucking nasty ass hands.
What kind of penalty is
I'm
fright?
scared of
Is
it.
it like a status
It's
penalty?
like a caster. It's a status penalty, yeah.
That takes us up to the top of round 2. With this creature's first action, it's going to use something called Feed on emotion. It can only do this once per round, and it's only one action. Jeb, you need to give me a will save.
Well, I bet you I'm gonna fail that. Sure am. Critically.
Jeb, you take 36 points of mental damage, and because you failed your saving throw, you are now stunned for 1 round, and it would gain hit points, but you haven't heard it yet, so we'll get there. With its second action, it strides closer.
It's a caster, see? I was smart not to move up.
Gets right next to Jebediah, and then uses an attack with a claw. Jeb does a 50 hit.
Flippin' Christ.
It's a critical hit. Jeb, you are going to take 67 points of damage. And that's its turn. Wizard, it's your turn.
This fight's going poorly so far.
That's why I decided not to be a part of it and run away.
Good thing we got our AoE wizard.
The wizard will move a little bit to the east and cast a prismatic spray in a cone so it only hits the aberration on the wall.
Good old prismatic spray.
I need a will save for that, right?
No, I need you to roll a d8.
Oh, that's right.
Let's see an 8.
We get a 3.
Oh. Okay, give me a reflex save.
Reflex. Reflex save is a 33.
33 fails.
Nice.
He takes 70 points of electric damage.
Just zap 70, right?
Zap 70.
And he takes 70 points of damage.
That is my turn.
And after the wizard zaps him with a prismatic spray, Peach Pie, what are you running for? Your fleeing condition goes away.
I run back! Except I guess I'll go here and get in melee with it, with my movements.
Peach Pie gets right up in its shit. After Peach Pie moves back into the position, Nidec, it's your turn.
I mean, technically this thing, it's not undead, so it looks like it's living. I'm gonna cast a spell I haven't used yet called Necrotize.
Okay.
You necrotize part of a creature's body, harming it and debilitating it as its body putrefies, mimicking the natural process of decay. The target takes 12d6 negative damage and one of the following debilitations.
Necrotize?
Yeah, it's a Secrets of Magic spell. And one of the following debilitations, roll a 1d4 to randomly determine which effect. Well, we'll just see. This is going to be a level 8 one. So I need a Fortitude save from him.
Fortitude save, all right. We get lots. It's a 50.
Nothing happens. Never mind, don't worry. I think maybe I tried this one other time and it critically succeeded that time too.
With the critical success on the Fortitude save, nothing happens. Nidec, you still have a third action?
Well, I guess we'll cast Guidance on Peach Pie. And that's my turn.
After Nidec, Jeb, it's your turn.
I think it's fucking rolling rocks.
Regenerate, done.
Jeb cast Regenerate. All right, that takes us up to the top of round 3.
Is Regenerate 3 actions?
No, he was stunned. Was he
I'm
stunned
stunned.
one or for stunned for 1 round?
Stunned for 1 round. Yeah, that's my bad. Jeb, you're stunned. You don't actually.
So I'm just out of the game because he can just do...
Just for
Cool.
1 round, but yes.
Yeah, but you can do it every turn.
Every turn if you have an emotion effect on you.
Which I do.
Yes.
Which you will stun me every turn for the duration of this. I'm just gonna log off. Done. I mean, not done because I don't have the option. Taking back my fucking regenerate spell. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, at the top of round 3, it is its turn. It is going to cast a spell.
I'll take attack of opportunity. I get a 45.
45 hits.
I deal it some damage. 39.
39 damage. And it takes all of it. The electricity, the sonic, the bludgeoning, everything.
Recognize spell. Quick recognize.
Do you roll a check for that?
If it's not on my spell list or...
It's not on your spell list.
Okay, then yeah, I would have to make a check. I do not critically... No, I didn't take twice as long. Fuck! I don't know if I want to hero point that. But I also kind of want to try to counter it. Probably not going to use my hero point for anything else since I already used my disintegrate. Fuck it, I'll hero point it.
All
I
right.
want to try and shut down the spell if possible.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
2 1s in a row. Wow.
So it's rolling really well and we're rolling really shitty. This is going well for us, guys.
This spell targets all 4 of you. And I need everyone to give me a will save.
Not one on my will save.
Wow. So Nidec critically fails on the will save.
I don't know if I get the +4 or not. Depends if it's mental.
It does have the mental trait. Yep.
And yeah, I do get my +4, and I rolled a 5, so 34. 3 of us got 34s.
34 is a failure, and Nidec's natural 1 for a 28 is a critical failure.
And I have no more hero points.
This spell is called Unfathomable Song. Each target must attempt a will save when you cast the spell, and again each time you sustain the spell. A creature needs to attempt only one save against the song each round, and you have to keep the same targets when you sustain the spell.
I'm pretty good at fathoming songs.
But it's unfathomable, David.
Man,
But he's pretty good at it.
pretty good.
Jeb, Peach Pie, and the Wizard, I need you all to roll a d4.
Okay, I get a 3.
2.
Okay, Peach Pie with a 3, you are stupefied 4
Okay,
for 1 round.
Oh, shucks.
that makes such a big difference for me.
Wizard and Jebediah with a 2, you are confused for 1 round.
Well, Jeb was already stunned for 1 round, so...
Well, not anymore, unless he does the action again.
The Wiz has already been confused all of his life.
Nidec, with your critical failure, you are going to roll a 1d4 plus 1.
That is a 4, which, well, I guess it's a 4 on the die, which becomes a 5, which, of course, that's going to happen to me. I'm sure that's the best, because there's a +1 on it.
Nidec, you are stunned for 1 round. You are also stupefied. Stupefied 1 for an unlimited duration.
Jesus Christ. Unlimited?
Unlimited.
Let's go back to where we could have fought Nidec. Let's just kill him. I'll make a new character. Fucking what? That's like a -1 to all of my stuff, isn't it? Basically.
It's a -1 for all your spell DCs, all your spell attack rolls, any skill checks that require mental trait, I believe. Anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed a flat check with a DC of 5 plus your stupefied value. Which means that anytime Nidec casts a spell, you need to roll a 6 or higher to successfully do so. And that's not even the end of its turn. It uses its third action to feed on Nidec's despair.
So Nidec is going to make it to the end of this book, right?
Nidec, give me a will save.
Are any of us?
I'm not despaired. I'm too stupefied to be despaired. 45.
A 45 is a success. So you do not take the mental damage. You're not stunned anymore.
See? Told you I was...
Too stupid to be scared. It's going to take us over to the Wizard. Wizard, it's your turn.
Okay, so does the unlimited duration mean indefinitely, or...
Restoration would get rid of it.
Yeah, we'll need restoration, I think.
You need restoration.
Fuck. Do I have...
Will restoration work on it?
Should.
Yeah. Restoration removes Stupefied.
What you gonna do, Wizard?
I don't know. He's hard to hit. He's got stupid high saves.
Yeah, the only thing he seems to be bad at is reflex saves, and we're in such a tight space, there's not a whole lot of reflex stuff we can do.
What are you talking about? I threw a fucking lightning bolt at him and he critically succeeded.
I don't even remember what his bonus was on that. Holy shit, he failed. What a fucking loser.
What are you doing?
Vampiric Maiden.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And it's only level 5.
What a fucking loser.
Fuck it. And he rolled a 4, got a 35. Even though I'm frightened 1 right now, my save is 36 now.
Looks like he's worried about telling you something that he doesn't want to tell you.
I'm guessing it's not going to take the negative damage or something?
No, it's the fact that you have the confused condition.
Oh, god damn it. I forgot I was confused.
Oh, good. Even worse than I was thinking. I thought he was going to say that.
So this... I might not have even cast the spell then. Okay, so...
No, I don't think you couldn't have even have cast the spell. Basically what happens is when you're confused, you don't have your wits about you, you attack wildly. You are flat-footed and you don't treat anyone as your ally. You can't delay, ready, or use reactions. So
The
essentially,
one time we get him to roll like shit and you're gonna take it away from me?
I know, I'm so sorry.
God damn it. Okay.
Now, the confusion only lasts for 1 round, but you have to use all of your actions to strike or cast offensive cantrips. Your targets are determined randomly by me, but I like rolling a dice for it.
I'm rolling a dice to see what spell I cast. Okay. I only have 3 offensive cantrips, so I could be rolling 4s, which don't exist. My second one on my list would be a Produce Flame.
Okay, so you're going to cast Produce Flame at, roll another d4. 1 is Nidec, 2 is Peach Pie, 3 is Jeb, and 4 is the enemy.
2. So Peach Pie?
Attack Peach Pie.
Of course I roll super well against Peach Pie.
Of course.
You hit.
Yeah, 44 hits.
I was tempted to hero point it because I have my second one I forgot about. But I think Peach Pie can handle 8d4 plus 5. Yeah, 26 damage. I'm sorry, Peach Pie. I singed your fucking paint.
Peach Pie, it comes out. It's confusing. Well, then after the wizard attacks Peach Pie, you, as part of the effect on this, are stupefied 4, but I don't really think that gets in your way.
It's not
like at all.
Anyway, I move around behind the dude. Does he attack of opportunity me?
He does not.
I rage. I attack. I get a 34 and miss, and I'm done.
Well, after Peach Pie, we go over to Nidec, but Nidec is stunned for this round, which instead takes us to Jebediah.
I was confused.
Jeb, you are confused.
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost? Okay, you have to...
No, swing with your axe.
Why would I swing with my axe? I might fucking destroy Nidec.
So you're confused and you're going to be attacking at random. So I'm going to have you roll a d20. If it's high, it's Nidec. If it's low, it's the enemy.
Are you forcing me to use my strike?
Just roll something and do like high-low for magic or melee.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So roll the d4. If it's 1 or 2, you'll melee. If it's 3 or 4, you'll magic. All right, you magic.
Magic. And high on a d20 is the guy. It's Nidec.
Poor
Nidec gets attacked with a Ray of Frost.
Hey, you're not getting attacked with a fucking axe.
Hey.
You're not getting attacked at all. Alright, and then my second will be...
Swing.
It's on him.
Yeah, so you Ray of Frost, Nidec, and then you axe attack the big guy.
And a miss.
29 misses. Well, then after Jebediah, that takes us to the top of round 4. It is this thing's turn. With its first action, it's going to sustain the unfathomable song, which means I need a will save from everyone again.
42.
Peach Pie, you succeed.
I critically succeed.
44.
Also 44.
39.
Shit, you guys needed that. Everyone succeeds.
I critically succeed.
Which means most of us critically succeed.
Nidec, do you critically succeed too?
Yep.
Okay, who critically succeeds and who just regular succeeds?
Only the wizard.
Only the whiz.
This is the only one that doesn't critically succeed.
Okay, then that means that Wizard, you're the only one that can be affected by this in subsequent rounds.
Cool.
I kind of thought so. Alright, well then, after it uses its first action to sustain that, it's going to use its second and third action to cast a spell.
I hit it really hard.
Recognize spell.
I hit it.
It's on your spell list.
I know it then.
You know it.
Before it even gets the spell off, I deal it 36 damage.
Yeah, that 42 hits and that does it.
And a miss.
What's the ruling on identifying the spell? This is a 7th level spell.
Trained in the appropriate skill for the spell's tradition, and it's a common spell, 2nd level or lower, you automatically identify it, but you can't get worse. The highest level of spell you automatically identify increases to 4 if you're an expert, 6 if you're a master, and 10 if you're legendary, which I am legendary.
So you just know this spell.
I just know this spell.
Okay.
It's my tradition.
It is.
I just realized it's nothing about my spell list, or my spell book. It's my spell list itself, which, if it's arcane, I just know it.
Nice. The spell is called Warp Mind.
Okay, give me a moment. I gotta decide if I can try and counter this. Emotion, enchantment, incapacitation, and mental. I don't know if I have anything for that.
Oh shit, it says in the middle of it, warp mind's effects happen instantly, so dispel magic and other effects that counteract spells can't counteract them.
Oh, it does say that.
But it is incapacitation, and it's only a 7th level spell, so we get one step better than whatever we get.
Alright, that's fine. I recognize it, and I would know that I can't counteract it because it's happening as I recognize it.
It just occurs. Odd, Peach Pie, even, Jeb. Peach Pie, give me a will save.
A will save. Get absolutely wrecked.
Absolutely. Yeah, not 20. That's, forget about it. Then that's its turn.
Is there something above a critical success?
I critically succeed so hard he gives up and dies.
Oh no, not quite there.
It counters and reflects it back at him.
Alright, well then after the large aberration, that takes us over to the wizard. It's your turn.
Watch me now do Vampiric Maiden and fail incredibly.
Yeah, well it needed to roll
doing that.
4 on it. Yeah, I was going to say you're not confused here, obviously. It gets the same thing. A 35 on the fortitude save.
Here is your 5d4 piercing. Here is your 5d4 negative. I get 12 temporary hit points. And you are immobilized.
Nice. Wizard immobilizes the creature.
And then third action, I will back up a little further from it because it's scary.
Alright, well then after the wizard, Peach Pie.
Destroys it.
I mean, I think it probably still has a lot of health left.
Attack 1. I get a 43 to hit.
That hits.
I deal it 51 damage.
It takes it.
I attack again. I get a 39 to hit.
A 39 hits because you're flanking it.
I deal it 39 damage. With
it is now in bloodied
my
territory.
Third action, I will awesome blow it. I make a
quick heads up before you do that. It's immobilized, so it's already getting a circumstance bonus to, or circumstance penalty to AC.
Cool. I'm just gonna knock it prone.
Do it anyways. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So athletics.
Then it has to stand up.
Athletics check versus its. Ooh, I only get a 38 versus its fortitude DC.
That will fail.
Okay.
Not gonna do it.
I think that would have gotten into the rules of you having to beat my effect as well.
Maybe.
Because I have it immobilized.
Gotcha. So nothing
Yeah,
happens.
but you're not trying to move it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, I can't move it because it's immobilized. My main thing is I wanted to knock it prone. But I did not.
I don't know. That's
So.
Well, all right. And not able to knock it prone, but you do get 2 hits in. Peach Pie brings it into the bloodied stat. And that takes us over to Nidec. You are still stupefied, but you can act.
I'll cast a spell on it. We'll see if it automatically rolls for me or not.
It didn't. So why don't you go ahead and give me that D20 roll, and let's see if you can roll a 6 or higher here.
Probably not. Ooh, a 17.
That'll do it. So then what spell are you casting?
So I'm casting a 5th level Painful Vibrations. This is the one that I tried casting a little bit ago, but it didn't work.
Okay, well, this time it gets a 34.
So, Painful Vibrations, you send up powerful sound waves to an opponent's body, vibrating its bones and internal organs painfully. Creature takes, in this case, 10d6 sonic damage. On a failure, it is sickened 1 and is deafened for 1 round.
So go ahead and do that damage first.
So it will take 41 damage. It's not bad on 10d6.
Takes all of it. Those
And
are
then
rolls.
it is sickened 1 and deafened for 1 round.
Okay. All right, well then after Nidec, that takes us to the bottom of round 4. Jeb, it's your turn.
I swing at it with an axe in my hand.
It is sickened and immobilized.
Ooh, hell yeah, dude. 30 to hit.
30 misses. But
You have a hero point.
I thought I used it on that first initial save.
yeah, you did.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You
Both
did.
you and David did.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, your 30 misses then.
I don't want to die, so I'm going to heal myself for 59 healies, and I'll be done.
And after Jeb heals himself up a little bit, that takes us up to the top of round 5 with the large aberration. For its first action,
Sustain your shit on me?
I'm pretty sure that's the answer. Yes, first action is going to be sustain the unfathomable song, which means the wizard does need to give me a will save.
That would be a nat 1.
That means that you need to roll a d4 and add 1 to it.
+1.
+1.
1.
So a total
two.
of 2.
I'm confused.
You are confused for 1 round. God, the difference between rolling that 1 and that 4 is vast. It uses its second action to attempt to eat some of the emotions from Nidec's brain. Nidec, give me a will save.
34.
A 34 is going to fail. Nidec, you're going to take 26 points of mental damage, and you are stunned for 1 round.
Just on a regular failure? Jesus.
It regains 26 hit points.
What emotion effect am I affected by when it does that?
The stupefied one.
Is that an emotion effect?
The phantasmal or the unfathomable song is an emotion effect.
But he's not affected by that song anymore.
You're affected by it because you're stupefied for an unlimited duration. The song is affecting you for an unlimited duration. That's how I read that.
I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you rule that because I'm still stupefied, but I think stupefied's a condition. It's no longer the spell itself. Otherwise, I'm permanently under an emotion effect.
I guess I can see your argument there. So then that means it has to reach out to somebody who's under an emotion effect, and I don't think anybody is.
I'm raging.
Except for Peach Pie.
I am.
Wizard, what are you under?
I'm confused.
Oh, from the
That's an
spell.
emotion effect. Yeah.
Suppose it would.
Yeah, because he's still under the emotion effect, and Peach Pie definitely is as he's raging.
Yeah, no, and Peach Pie is much closer. This thing is ravenously hungry. It just wants to eat on the closest thing, so it's going to attack Peach Pie with that instead. Peach Pie, give me a will save.
Sorry, Peach Pie. It's not
Nidec, take your 26 hit points back.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anyways. You critically succeed.
Well, that went way better.
Also, was that a spell?
No.
It was magic.
No, it wasn't.
It's not actually a spell, though.
It doesn't have the required triggers
Correct.
for an attack of opportunity.
And then with its final action, it's going to attack Peach Pie.
Okay.
Peach Pie,
It
51
crits.
to hit.
Peach Pie, your armor.
Oh, yeah. I have fortitude that I always forget that I put on it.
Fortification.
If I roll a 17 or higher, you don't crit. It's just a normal hit. I roll a 19. Get wrecked.
Aren't you so happy you remembered that tonight?
I didn't. It's a team game. Thanks, everybody else, for remembering.
Thanks to everybody that remembers my character better than I do.
Well, instead of taking critical claw damage on this, then you are just going to take 29 points of damage. And that's its turn. Takes us over to the wizard, who's confused. Wizard, Nidec is your target. Figure out what cantrip you're casting at him.
Ray of Frost. I hit him with a 40.
That'll do it.
Yep.
24 damage. Suck it, Nidec. You stole from me. It comes out as gibberish. You don't understand that, so you can't reply that you didn't
So
steal.
many different languages.
Well, that is the wizard's turn. That's going to take us over to Peach Pie. It's your turn.
Oh, my God. Please just let me kill it. That's one way to start, Brett.
And Nat 20 will do it.
It takes 79 damages as knocked prone.
It doesn't need to be knocked prone necessarily. I mean, it is as it dies. Peach Pie, you smash its head.
I hit it again. I'm
Yes, please.
so sick of this thing. I deal an additional 51 damage as it's on the ground, and I smash its body to pulp.
Hit it again.
One more time.
How was fighting it the second time?
Still unpleasant.
It's still like just as
stronger.
unpleasant as the first time, I think.
It's definitely up there.
This
Like,
one was,
like we're stronger, but it was definitely stronger too. Holy fuck, did it have high saves and shit.
much stronger.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward getting rid of Stupefy. Even if it says permanent, if restoration reduces the value of Stupefy by 1.
No one has it, right?
No. So we need to rest and get restoration from Jeb, right?
So just quick reminder, as you walked into this area, this room is an absolute mess of rubble, and everything in here was difficult terrain. This room is just strewn with items. There's a musty scent of leaves and mushrooms. There's rubble in here, broken pottery. The wizard's spell slime would indicate that there is certainly something magical in this room.
I pinpointed.
In the mess, your eyes are drawn to where the spell slime is pointing, and it's a strong necromancy aura.
Nice.
And you see that it's emanating from a staff.
Another fucking staff, huh?
Before I even touch the staff, I would start doing an Arcana check on the staff.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your check.
51.
That...
And that took 2 actions because I took twice as long.
Oh, it's because you took twice as well. That, wizard, is a true staff of healing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Throw it in our party sheet. Oh, there it is. Ooh, that's worth some money.
9,200 gold, level 16 item.
Oh, hey, look at that. Restoration.
Restoration!
Oh my god, we would not sell this.
Staff of Healing grants an item bonus to the hit points you store anytime you cast a heal spell using your own spell slots or using charges from the staff. That's 4. Stabilize, heal. Heal restoration. Heal remove disease. Heal restoration. Breath of life.
Those are really good.
Heal restoration. Heal regenerate. Remove disease. Restore senses. Remove disease. That's a fucking solid staff.
No kidding. Holy shit.
This is, hands down, in my opinion, one of the most useful staves that I've seen in 2E so far.
Fucking breath of life.
The whiz looks it over and then turns around and stares at Jeb, and then stares at Nidec, and then stares at Jeb, and then looks at the axe, and then tosses it to Nidec, and says, Peach Pie said it before, but we find items that are useful, we give it to the right person.
Breath of life is a reaction.
True.
I like that.
Yes, it is.
Can it be used as you'd have to be holding the staff, I would assume.
I know this probably isn't like the perfect item for Nidec, but you can use this though, right?
I can absolutely use
Then
this.
it's all Nidec.
Okay, remind me how staffs work. How many charges does it have a day?
We haven't had a staves conversation
I don't
on the
fucking know
pod
how staves
because
Have we not? We've had a couple staffs.
I feel like we've briefly talked about them, but we've never actually used the charges on them to actually talk about the rules of that aspect of doing that.
Yeah, so we can't use it yet. We'll have to wait for tomorrow because you have to prepare it.
Oh.
But Nidec, I hope giving this to you, maybe you'll think twice the next time you want to try and steal something from me.
I didn't steal it.
As I look down at the dagger at my side.
Wait, is it in the bag of holding, or is it like at your belt?
No, I never put it in the bag of holding. I said that I've had that dagger on me.
Oh, it's like on
It's
you,
on me,
you.
yeah.
Got it.
So, person who prepared a staff can expend the charges to cast from it. So, you can only prepare it if you have the spell on your list. You can only cast the spell if you have it on your list.
On your list?
Are able to cast spells of the appropriate level and expend a number of charges from the staff equal to the spell's level.
Oracles are spontaneous, aren't they?
Yes. I'm the same as I was, except for now I'm divine instead of occult.
Cold.
So they're all technically on your list, right?
Yeah, I'm divine, so these are all on my list. In fact, I have a fair number of them on my
Prepared even.
in my not prepared,
No.
but in my spells I know.
Gotcha.
See, I've got stabilize, I've got heal, restoration I don't have, or restore senses.
Well, it sounds like any way we cut it, we need to rest for a night. Which is good, because probably we're going to go fight the big final boss in the next room.
I mean, there's still quite a few rooms to search, aren't there?
Are there? I thought we were towards the end of it. Maybe
We
not.
still have to go north. We still have to go south. Did we go?
No, we only just got to this
Yeah,
level.
there's still
that's
three sets
right.
of double doors to the south. There's a
a
double
lot of
doors to the
doors.
north.
Okay. All right.
The double doors in the north probably leads to the water.
It's a little bit of an offhanded comment at this point, but there are 3 other items in here since you took the time to look. You find an alabaster bottle worth 800 gold and 2 potions, elixirs.
Toss them to Peach Pie. What do you know about these?
I spent some time checking them out.
All right. What's your level again? 14?
Yeah, I've forgotten. I think it's 14 or lower. I know automatically.
You don't know either one of these automatically.
God damn it. I make checks. 2 checks.
I like that you said, God damn it. It means that these items are probably pretty fucking good if you can automatically
true.
find them or figure them out.
That's a fair point. We get a 41 and a 37.
Okay, so you are able to identify with the 37, one of them pretty easily because you're familiar with them to a degree, but it's a 15th level major elixir of life.
I'll hold on to that.
With your 41, you identify the other as not something you use really, but it's called a greater salamander elixir.
Oh, I know what those do. And they're garbage.
I think it's very much a where you're at situation. That would allow you to travel on the fire plane with no issue.
How useful.
It's worth gold.
The question is, if it's giving it to us, is that something we need to be worried about?
I feel like Paizo likes to troll people at times and just give random items to make you think that, because I've run into it so much in Abomination Vaults where so many random like pieces of loot, my party's like, oh, we're gonna need this in the future, and I'm just sitting there like, no you're not.
No, you're not.
That's completely worthless. And then like 4 levels later they're like, we never did use that. I'm like, yeah, now it's like 10 gold. Like,
You weren't supposed to. You know, you don't see anything else of value in this place that you could, at this point, after looking through what's in here, you can clearly say it's medicine storage. Between the pottery, the roots, and the medicines that are here. So if you make your way back out into the hallway, you could take a right, where there's double doors.
Dumbledore's.
Or you could take a left, where it leads into another hallway.
I think we need to fix Nidec Stupefied before we move on.
I mean, he has a caster. Stupefied does kind of fuck him. Plus, investing into that staff could be quite helpful.
Good thing we've got a staff. Oh, can you not use the staff until it's invested? I was going to say
tomorrow.
fucking... do it.
Yeah. I have to prepare this.
Yeah, I'll take 10 minutes. Oh, I'm sure like the 10 minutes that Peach Pie was identifying those alchemical items, I'll swap to my last 7th level spell to a Magnificent Mansion.
Okay. While the wizard is spending his 10 minutes swapping out his spell,
And I'm investigating alchemy.
Nidec and Jeb, you both hear off to the right, outside of this room, the splashing and movement coming from the door to the right. You see that there's a note taped to the front of the door, and a line of salt at the base of the door.
I mean, I have already assumed that that door led to the spot that we already decided we didn't really feel like going to at the time, so...
Nidec, you can read the sign. It says, "Do not disturb the water," in Undercommon.
That's what the last one said.
I mean, do we want to go in there and I'll just maze the fucker?
You know, the more they tell me not to disturb it, the more I want to disturb it.
No, that's the Stupefied talking.
The what? Okay, part of me really wants to just go in there and fight this thing before we sleep for the day.
I'm down. I'm not doing great on spells, but I'm not like hurting for spells that bad either. So I haven't used any of my drain bonded items yet.
I'm not doing bad on spells either.
Up to you guys.
Fuck it, let's do it.
All right.
I want to roll some dice.
Fuck it, let's roll dice. Isn't that kind of what it always comes down to with TTRPGs? Down spells and Nidec Stupefied, what could possibly go wrong as we charge headlong into a room with 2 giant azure worms? Find out next time as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.